Chapter 21:10. Therefore, after Tianming gives him the medicine and before Alex comes back, he will become a patient with Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's patients don't know how to use mobile phones, so they can't even touch their phones during this time. Therefore, just in case, deleting the software directly will be more stable. Later, Mr. Adair found the rejuvenating pill, scraped a layer from it, soaked it in water, and took it. Soon after, he went back to his bed and lay down. At this moment, the visual screen at the head of the bed suddenly lit up, and Tianming appeared in the picture, followed by a melodious Turkish march ringtone. This is the doorbell of Mr. Adair's room. Because his own suite was too big when people were in the bedroom or study, they couldn't hear someone knocking on the door outside, so he rang the video doorbell. Seeing that his eldest son came to his door with the medicated bird soup, Mr. Adair gave a light sigh and pressed the answer button. "Tianming, are you okay?" Tianming hurriedly said to the camera, "Dad, are you asleep?" Mr. Adair deliberately made his voice a little tired and said, "I was awakened by you as soon as I fell asleep. Why are you so anxious?" Tianming hurriedly said, "Dad, I just saw you look exhausted, so I asked the chef to stew a bowl of bird soup with rock sugar." Grandpa Adair gave a hum and said, "You are so caring, come in." After that, he pressed the door button. Tianming heard the click of the door and knew that the door lock had been released. So he pushed the door into the room, walked through the living room, and came to the bedroom. He stepped to Mr. Adair's bed and asked with concern, "Dad, how are you feeling?" Elder Adair said absently, "It's okay," squinting for a while. After speaking, he couldn't wait to ask, "How is Faria? Is there any news from China?" Tianming shook his head and said with a bit of pain on his expression, "Dad, there is no valuable news from China. I'm also continuing to communicate with Lucas. At the same time, I have asked him to find some specific clues from the Chinese TMPD, and I will inform you as soon as possible." Father Adair nodded and sighed. "I feel more at ease when you came back." Tianming smiled slightly and said respectfully, "Dad, the rock sugar bird soup is very suitable for replenishing qi and blood. Drink it while it's hot now." A trace of sadness flashed in the old man's eyes. In the end, his own son still had to do something against himself. So he sat up without hesitation and said to Tianming, "Come, help me sit in the living room for a while. I'll drink it in the living room." Tianming was overjoyed and hurriedly said, "Okay, Dad, I will help you to the living room." Tianming helped the old man into the living room, let him sit down on the sofa, and immediately handed over the bird soup with rock sugar, saying respectfully, "Dad, drink it while it's hot." Without any hesitation, Mr. Adair nodded and took the bowl of bird soup with rock sugar, took a sip, and exclaimed, "It tastes good. You are so caring." Tianming didn't expect things to go so smoothly. He couldn't help feeling ecstatic and said with a smile, "Dad, what are you being so polite with me for? Isn't this all what I should do? What should be done?" The old man smiled and nodded seriously. He suppressed the sorrow deep in his heart and sighed from the bottom of his heart. "Oh, that's right. It should be done. It should be done. I have a good son. Ha ha ha."